Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're here talking about more spoilers for upcoming Boxycharm videos, Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're here again talking about upcoming spoilers for Boxycharm. Now, I do want to say first off, right out the gate, I assumed that the video where Joe was in Sephora showing off the Better Than Sex mascara, I assumed that was going to be for January. I stand corrected, that was actually going to be for February. And Better Than Sex February, you know, there's a joke in there somewhere about Valentine's Day, but it's just fitting. It's a good time to get that mascara, and I hope that when you guys get it, you're really going to enjoy it because it is a solid mascara. Are there others out there that are better? Of course, not everything is going to work for everyone, but it is a solid mascara, and I hope you enjoy it. Now, speaking about the Better Than Sex mascara, the confirmation that we got actually came from Joe on YouTube. He has created his own YouTube channel. I guess that it's just more fun. The company themselves, Boxycharm, they really pride themselves in connecting with all of their subscribers on their platforms. They're not going to force you to go to just Instagram or force you to just go to Facebook groups to get this information. They want to seek you out. They have a blog, they have their Instagram stories, well, Instagram TV. I keep forgetting about that one. I don't use Instagram TV. Do any of you guys ever check that out? I'm just curious if it's a tool that maybe I should be looking into as well. But at the end of that video, whenever he was done showing off the Better Than Sex mascara, the camera kind of, whenever he gets out of frame with it, the camera zooms in on a item. He has a Boxyluxe box there on the table, and beside it were some packages. Now, it did take a little bit of finagling to figure out exactly what that product was, but many of you reached out to me and let me know about it. And by the way, this video shout out goes out to Tammy Carberry Harper. She is always reaching out to me, giving me information. She has been a long-time subscriber of mine, and she is just genuinely one of the sweetest people I've gotten to know. So I'm really happy to have her part of the wolf pack. But she let me know that what we're going to be getting is the 15N palette from Morphe. Now, if you don't get Ipsy or Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, they were actually, Morphe was featured in that bag as well back in November of 2018. It sounds weird saying 2018, but back in November 2018, the Morphe palette was in there as well. Not the exact same one. If I remember correctly, that one was the 25. That one was the 15H palette from Morphe. This is actually the first time that Boxycharm has had Morphe in their boxes, so that's pretty huge. You know, Boxycharm, they're just knocking it out of the park this year. You know, I know we're only January in, but just the brands that we've gotten so far, the brands that we're going to be getting, you know, Trestique and Nude Sticks is still out there somewhere coming to us. I just love everything that they're doing so far. They went from carrying brands. The most common that they got was Coastal Scents. I want to say Coastal Scents. We used to get their eyeshadow palettes, and I actually still have some in my drawer that I need to declutter because I've had those a long time. Just the brands, you know, there's still a lot of really good indie brands out there that they're putting in the boxes, but they are getting more brands that more people recognize. More things you're going to find in Sephora, things you're going to find in Ulta. They're doing great. If anyone has any doubt about Boxycharm, just tell them what we're going to be getting. The brand, it sells itself. The value of the box sells itself. It's such a good deal. And, okay, now speaking of Boxyluxe, this is going to kind of sidestep into our next item. There was a video released where Joe was in front of a dry erase board, and across the top it had the Boxycharm agenda, or agenda meeting. I have to look at the image again to be sure. There was a message down below it. I couldn't understand it. Someone on Instagram did translate it, and whenever it's translated, it says contact of the soul. Contact of the soul. So what that is, if you think about all the brands that are out there, there is Touch and Soul. That is everyone's guess of what it's going to be. I actually got Touch and Soul in one of my most recent Sephora. I want to say Sephora, but it's probably Ipsy. I think it was my Ipsy bag. And If it's the double-ended metallic shadows that they have, I'm on the fence about them. They didn't really work for me. The cream side did really, really good. It was exactly what I expected. It was the other end of the product that I wasn't really sure what to do with, so it's okay that's going to be in there. I'm excited to try it out. Maybe a different color. The one that I had was rose gold, which I thought I would love, but I just need to play around with it a little bit more. Hopefully whenever Boxycharm gets that in their box, if that's what it's going to be, because there are also rumors that might be a primer, which that would be really cool too, because I love primers. Okay, and Boxycharm started sending out their shipping emails today, letting everyone know when they're going to arrive. I know some people, they live closer to the facility where they do the shipping, and they may be getting theirs tomorrow, this week. Some of them already have gotten their box, but me, I don't generally get mine until around the 14th, and I live in North Carolina, so that may have something to do with it. Maybe they can't really get out to that region until about mid of the month. While you've got that email for your tracking, you need to go ahead and make sure you check your other emails as well, because what Boxycharm has done, they have sent out an email giving you what your spoilers are going to be in your individual box, letting you know which eyeshadow palette you're going to be getting. I'm going to be getting the, I can't remember the name, I think it's the volume 3 is the one that I'm getting. I was really, really hoping to get the pink one, the Sizzle palette, but that's okay. I may not end up keeping this palette. I may save it, give it to someone else, or save it for a future giveaway, just because the shades that are in the particular one that I'm getting, I have them in other palettes. Just being honest, I have them in other palettes, so it's not really something I'm going to be able to get a whole lot of use out of. But I did see that if this is correct, I did see that I'm going to be getting the Bite lipstick. I've only seen 2 different colors on Boxy Preview's page. They're both like lilac and pink color. I'm a little bit iffy on the color, but honestly, I'm just looking forward to seeing what kind of combinations I can come up with, you know, it's winter right now, but spring is going to be here soon. So it'd be cool to get some colors like that, something that I can use to make some really interesting, really colorful, bright looks for the spring. Comment down below if you've gotten your spoiler email already. Comment down below which one you're going to be getting, and was it the one that you wanted. Alright, so we have gone over everything that is going to be Boxycharm. So let's just take a second. I'm going to talk about some that's not Boxycharm or makeup related. And if you're okay with that, stick around. If not, I will see you in my next video. I hope you have a great day. Alright, so those of you, if you know me and Devin, we are movie fanatics. We go to the movies all the time, probably more than people should, honestly. We spend a lot of money at the theater. Devin and I, we don't smoke, we don't drink, we don't do anything, we don't party. Our addiction is the movies. Whether it be the theater, whether it be on Netflix, which, by the way, if you have Netflix, you need to check out 2 things. You need to check out Bird Box. Don't do the Bird Box challenge, but you need to check out that movie. I really, really liked it. And spoiler alert for any of these movies, if you haven't seen them, I'm going to type out the word spoiler along the bottom, and whenever I'm talking about what's specifically in it, you can mute it, you can skip ahead, whatever you want to do, just so it doesn't ruin it for you. But Bird Box, the movie, the whole build-up is really, really good. I love Sandra Bullock's acting. She is a gorgeous actress, just a classic, beautiful, beautiful lady, and she's so talented. She did really, really good with it. I thought it was kind of weird calling the babies boy and girl, but given the situation, I guess I understand it. But that movie, it went from 0 to effed up really, really fast. Whenever it finally hit and the girl steps out in front of the truck, it just went crazy really, really fast from there. It is, that whole time I was watching the movie, my hands were sweating. Devin was like gripping the armchair really, really hard, and it was just, that was such a good movie. My only problem with it was the end. I think that movie is kind of like a mix between The Happening and The Walking Dead. In my opinion, that's what it was like. Now the end, I hate, like in The Happening, you know, it just turns out to be a breeze. It's all you ever got to see. It was the plants and everything doing it. But this movie, because you got to see again the leaves moving around, whenever they were in a car, you saw a shadow. You saw a shadow. There was something obviously there. But at the end, whenever she's standing there in the open and she's looking around, there's nothing there. I just wish, it seemed like that was a missed opportunity. I wish they had actually shown something. You know, they had a good budget. You know, they could afford Sandra Bullock. Why not spend a little bit more and go ahead and give us something to look at? Just saying. Now, second thing on Netflix, Bandersnatch. If you're a fan of Black Mirror, I love Black Mirror. We watch all their episodes. The one about social media where if people don't like you and your score goes down, and that counts as your credit score, your what kind of job you can get, what kind of car you can get. It's insane. But the Bandersnatch episode, Devin and I, we played that for over 2 hours trying to get all the scenarios. I eventually caved in and did look it up on Twitter to see someone had mapped it out to see all the different endings. And we got all of the endings except 2. And those 2, it was just random, I guess, which one you would get. So I'm going to eventually go back to it. But honestly, I don't know if I'm going to, because it took so much effort to get all of those, and I've seen every scenario multiple times. I may try again, but if not, I'm good. It was very, very enjoyable. It threw me off, all the little twists, turns, and figuring out the puzzle and putting it together. I love the direction that they took that. Okay, last thing. Have you guys watched the Holmes and Watson video that has Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, I think is his name? Okay. I saw the reviews for that. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 0.5 at that time. Everyone said they were walking out of the theater. They hated it. They couldn't stand it. When I heard that everyone was walking out of the theater, Devin and I, we looked at it and we're like, we got some free time. We're going to see this as a challenge. We're going to get through this movie. Now, if you're sensitive to... Okay, let me just start off by saying I can understand why people walked out. That movie was all over the place. It was borderline funny, borderline just plain stupid, but Devin likes slapstick humor, things like that, so it was right up his alley. The thing that would have made me walk out of the theater is if you are sensitive to seeing other people throw up in movies and things like that. Like, it took me forever to get used to watching Family Guy, certain parts whenever they would throw up continuously, because apparently that's a thing that they always do in there. If you're sensitive to things like that, you're going to hate this movie. You're just going to hate it. There is this one part where Will Ferrell gets sick, and it lasts so long. We were watching that video, and the whole time, whenever he's doing this, and it's so loud and disgusting, honestly. As soon as I knew it was coming up, and I know how I am in theaters, I just, is it over yet? Is it over? There was only one other couple in the theater, thankfully, and I couldn't tell if they were laughing at me asking Devin that, or if they were laughing at the movie, but it was disgusting, and it just seemed to continue on and on and on and on forever. And John C. Reilly's character, Watson, he was talking to Sherlock Holmes because apparently he gets queasy around dead bodies. He was like, he made the hand gesture like, bleh, and then again out the backside. Oh my god, if he had crapped his pants all over on camera, it'd have been over. I'm sorry. That would have been a little bit too gross. I had a hard time staying in that video. But once you made it past that part... Oh, and they threw in singing. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, they sang a beautiful duet together. Pretty much a love story. People forget that John C. Reilly has a beautiful singing voice. Whenever he was in... I always want to call it Roxanne, but it's Chicago. Whenever he was in that one and he sang the Cellophane Man, he sounds beautiful. He really, really does. So it was really interesting getting to see that. Alright guys, so if any of you saw that movie or the Bandersnatch or Bird Box, I can't remember that. If any of you guys saw that and enjoyed it, comment down below. If you didn't like it, let me know what you didn't like. Alright guys, and also, the Holmes and Watson challenge, did any of you take it up? Did any of you enjoy the movie? Alright, well thank you again so much for taking time to watch this video. Again, thank you Tammy for reaching out to me on Instagram all the time and just being so wonderful in general. Hope you didn't mind me just adding on a little bit of personal things that weren't exactly Boxycharm related. Hopefully you don't mind. I'll take your guys' feedback, see what you say about it, and if it just isn't anyone's cup of tea, then I won't do it again. But I just want to share it with you. I hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and become part of the Wolfpack today. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!